Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video, I'll be going through about the HyperTalk episode 7 for the SS4 season preview. So I've been comparing with the global version and also the CN version. They have some slightly different in terms of information they're able to provide. So I'll go through that in this video. Sadly, I cannot make this on live stream because when they're having live stream, I actually have work, so I can't really do that. So I'm just gonna make it into a video method, right? So pretty sure most of you actually went through with the season preview already, so I'm just going to go through about the core information and also what is my thought. Alright, so first of all, from this one here, we basically have all the information, like all the new animals. Let me go through here. So the new animals, PV, all these things, you guys can go watch it by yourself. I am definitely liking him because he's Shenli's brother, right? And I really like Shenli, so brother wise, I'm also gonna get him. Then there's also some reward and also skin like for the upcoming season stuff. This one we'll just briefly go through. We also have plume skin as well, which is good. And then there is also listen to us by making a new skin, which is the Lingluo skin, into the battle pass. This is a good update, because I've been buying battle pass, and of course battle pass is like giving a very good value, and they actually added this skin into the battle pass is actually a good thing, because in the future, if they are making more skins, like a better skin, or probably like the skin with animation, all this thing in the battle pass, is a good thing for me, right? But I'm pretty sure you need to buy the premium one, because if you see here, when they scroll until a certain amount, yeah, here you need the premium battle pass level 20 in order to get the skin. And it seems like they also upgraded the pass reward as well. You can see some dices here already. You can see the summon ticket looks like they actually enhanced the overall reward from what we are looking at currently. You can see the module boxes here, all this thing. Okay, then not just that, they also went through with like the new season celebration kickoff. This is the thing we're able to get from the lock-in event when they release this update. So this one here is 10 summon of the LD, and then the RGB, and then some dice, which projection chest, you are able to pick one skin of the shell. And then Quantum cheaper box is still the same thing. We are able to redeem for all SSR animals released before March 19. Alright, then we can go through. We also have reset event, like we have Blessing Gore, and then we also have reset event here, which is a good thing. And then we have Summit Brawl Arena. And then there's also some teaser about the balance adjustment preview. So Lilium here is getting a buff from the passive, probably not just the meter control and control effect, probably with the skill cooldown reduction as well. We have no idea about it. We have to wait until the balance adjustment preview, because they didn't mention anything about this. For the Lilium skill kit part, alright, you can see exclusive passive flash will receive additional effect, but basically that's it. Then Heinrich here is getting a better effect, which is new control effect added to the skill, which is good. Like for me, I really like Heinrich as a dispeller, and also for PvE, also provide a lot of utility of giving more damage output for our teammate. And now with a new control effect added to the skill, I'm curious like what kind of control effect can you apply as a Heinrich with using a gun, right? So if the control effect is actually torn, it will be massive for PvE as well. But if the control effect is not torn, like probably like stun or whatever, it's still going to be good in PvP content. Okay, but we have no idea what kind of control effect is he able to bring into the PvP meta. Okay, then we also have this one. Palin here is getting a buff, which is the trap become a golden effect. You cannot dispel the buff anymore. So probably good thing for the turn 2 player. And then Essel here getting a full upgrade, okay, full balance buff across the skill, probably balance update of the stats and also the multiplier, who knows, right? But if you really want to get her, she's still on a banner, you can go for her dupe. But personally for me, I want to save my resources. I don't really want to go full dupe on her. And sadly for Bernova, it's getting a nerf, because even though they mentioned it as skill optimization to stabilize the damage output, because they noticed that Bernova damage output is skyrocket high, right? It's like insanely high, like what I mentioned when Bernova came out, he will be the PvE meta, right? So they realize that they actually make Bernova too broken, then now they want to skill optimize. So I'm gonna guess that the Bernova S1, the one that trigger the damage output, will be only trigger once per turn. I'm gonna guess that that is the balance adjustment, because they want to make it more stabilized without less so high RNG. So I think it's going to remove the part that Bernova able to trigger multiple times within a turn, because as long as you trigger like Battle Wheel or Assist, it will also count. Alright, then they also gonna nerf the Doom Crow Shell, so Doom Crow Shell damage output probably gonna get lower down. Hope it didn't affect for PvE though, but this is all the balance adjustment preview we're able to know at the moment. And I think the biggest update or the biggest key thing about this patch is actually the new gameplay. So let me go through until there. This is all the new animals. I'm not going to go through this. And then, oh by the way, I guessed it correctly, the Chachi the God Awakening preview. So this one here is what I guessed from my previous, the early information preview. I mentioned that Chachi the God might be the one getting the Awakening upgrade because it's dark, right? I was saying about Chachi the God or Victor is getting the Awakening. So now in the end, Chachi the God is getting Awakening, and I think the massive buff is actually this exclusive passive. The rest here is okay, not something too impressive. You increase the trigger chance, you increase like the chance to apply Terminator down and apply attack down. All these things is okay, but I think the most important part about Chachi the God is exclusive passive. When an ally have a buff getting dispelled, which is like I apply immunity set on my teammate and then you apply like plume to dispel away my buff, I have a then I can cleanse some of the debuff and also apply Terminator push up. So this is a very impressive kit to counter against like my own playstyle. Okay, I am not getting benefit from this, but this is definitely a very good thing to counter my playstyle. For example, using plume to apply like AoE dispel, and then Sun Yu apply AoE dispel. All these things here will get fucked up by this Awakening Chachi, because if I dispel away their buff, which I will, then they cleanse away some of the debuff and then apply Terminator push, then manage to cut in my team and then re-cleave me, something like that. So which means my current season strategy of playing my cleave style is not able to work anymore because of Awakening Chachi the God. So this is something actually very good counter against my kind of playstyle. Okay, there's like new animals as well. This one, Shara, is definitely going to be a kinetic animals based on my thoughts. And then I think the one that make people most curious is actually this thing, the imprint system. Okay, because there's a lot of things we need to understand, like how are we gonna play this, how are we getting all this tactical imprint stuff, right? Because they're also giving a lot of stats. They're giving you skill, they're giving you stats, and also all these stats here is very important, not just for PvP. You see PvP damage boost, PvP damage reduction, but also for PvE, which is the boss damage boost. So this is very important no matter what kind of content you're playing. And what I'm curious the most is how are we able to obtain this? Are we able to pay to win this thing? If this is able to pay to win, it's actually very tough for the low spender or probably free to play player. Okay, then this thing also affects your speed, which is a very massive thing. So in the global version, what they showcase to us is when they equip this thing, right? So they equip this harmonizer, and then you can see they have like speed increase by 10, because all these things, the component here which is like you equip into this card. There's a card system you can equip on the character, and then the character here can equip this component to upgrade the stats of your character, right? And then another thing you need to know that it looks like this card is actually shared among everyone. So what you want to see is now, because if you look at this Lina here, is equipped with harmonizer with all the stats, with all the component here. But now when you share with the other different animals, you can see imprint can be shared across different animals and saved directly within your loadout. So when they click into Dina, see, they are using the same harmonizer, the same stats boost, and also the same component, which means you don't really need to worry that imprint can only equip on one character. It can be shared among everyone, but the problem is, I think, is actually the stats. How are we going to roll this thing is what the matter the most. So the card system, you're able to equip on everyone as long as you have one card, right? So because the component here is giving you a massive upgrade in terms of stats. Every card here have their different skill. Later I'll go through a little bit because the CN side there actually show the skill. And now we take a look at this one. Okay, see this one. I have no idea how are we going to roll the stats here, but you can see there's a raw attack, yellow raw attack, and then red PvP damage boost, attack bonus by 19.4%. This is massive. Like not even gear able to provide so many stats for you. Right, so what I'm curious is how are we able to get all these stats here, which is, I think, is very important. But based on the CN version, later I'm going to show you, I think every pieces of the module set is actually fixed. For example, the first piece is called Offensive Component S. They're giving you raw attack bonus, and PvP damage, right? And then if you look at the second piece here, this is called defensive. Defensive component S is giving you raw defense bonus, and PvP damage reduction. So this is like every pieces here have their own stats to go through. Okay, so you have attack, you have defense, and then you have HP here, and then the last one here will be speed. Okay, so this one is the HP. You can see raw HP, PvP damage reduction, and HP bonus. And then the last one here, we're gonna have speed here. So we have speed, boss damage, and effect accuracy. And all these things is able to roll. So including the speed itself, you are able to roll like purple speed, yellow speed, and red speed. So if the resources to actually enhance this is very time gated, then it will be pretty tough for certain player. Then in this CN video here, they actually went through more detail into this system. Let me go through here. Here, this part. So this part they also show through the card, but the card here actually show us some of the skill. For example, this one, Kiawingsha is the one that the harmonic card. When you cast an active healing skill, you increase the target that getting the heal turn meter push by 10.5% turn meter push. Every battle can only trigger, every turn can only trigger once. This skill can trigger once per turn. So if you equip this thing on a healer, for example, and you actively cast a skill, because it mentioned 主动, so you cannot be passively, you cannot use like on full chill. If you use this card, let's say on Ling Lord, for example, you actively cast a S3, you heal the target, and the healing target will get a 10.5% turn meter push effect. So if you indirectly making your healer into a turn meter pusher at the same time as well. This is what the card able to bring to you, and not just that, like the component you equip will increase your speed, all this thing as well. And we can take a look at more cards here. Where is it? So this is the healing card, and then they will change into the other card later on. At the start of the combat, you instantly get a shield based on your attack by 100%. So if your shield, you have like 4,000 attack, then you're gonna get a 4,000 attack, 100% of your attack into the shield. So you basically your DPS getting a thick amount of shield from this card effect. And then we can take a look at the other one. Because I remember they show 3. When you are getting hit, if your effect resistance is higher than the enemy effect accuracy, your effect resistance increased by another 100%. So this card is more counter against the CC player. If their accuracy is lower than your resistance, then your resistance increased by another 100%. So your resistance get even higher. So the CC player will have a harder time for you to apply like the debuff stuff. So every card here have their own effect to actually counter the current meta or probably the team comp. It makes you more flexible or strategy to actually build for, but what I curious the most is actually this enhancing type thing, because this enhancing thing is actually affecting a lot. And what I think from the enhancing effect here, there's like this home system, right? And this enhancing theme, there's actually an RNG part. So in the global version, we can see here, like if you are crafting this component selection, fine, and then you are gonna need coin and also this material in order to craft this offensive component. And the moment you craft this, there's a 30% chance you're getting purple, which is outstanding, and there's a 70% chance you're getting epic. And then the stats here will be randomly rolled into your attack bonus, and your PvP damage boost. This is what I think. So it's just a one-click thing, but you're gonna consume the material you obtain through this idle system workshop, and you collect the crafting material, then you craft the component for your animals to actually equip on that. And also this factory system thing, they also have some upgrade into your hyperlinker home. So if your hyperlinker home reach until like level 7, you increase your daily stamina purchase limit. So instead of 10 times, you can actually go up to 13 times because you get a 3 increase. And then also increase the hyperlinker stability cap, so you have more higher cap for your stamina overall. Okay, but you need to upgrade this in order to get more attack. I'm not sure what is the maximum attempt, but you can actually go for it. And this one here, the Hyper Research Lab here, you can actually upgrade this and give you a lot more stats from here. PvP damage boost, speed, attack, defense, HP. They give you flat stats here from the research part. So every time when you research, you need like the material in order to increase the stats. So the global version here, they only show you a very quick section for you to see what kind of attribute or the stats boost you're able to get. But in the CN version, we can actually see it more clearer. So this is what you can look like. This is from the CN version. Every time you click the enhance, then you enhance one section, and then that section here will give you like the stats. Like every time you enhance, it will give you some stats. Then you increase more stats from the research lab itself. Okay, then this is the part that I mentioned. You upgrade and then you get like the stats from this. Then as usual from the other idle game, you have like this kind of dispatch function for you to send out your animals into a team, and then you get some passive reward from it. And the passive reward is needed for you to enhance the cheap thing for you, right? So basically that's the whole thing for the new gameplay system and also the factory system. And then this is the season calendar. One thing I want to say about the season calendar, what they made it very well is actually the module forge upgrade and also the blessing galore. They're actually putting them together at the same time, so you can actually grind gear at the same time while also getting benefit for the module forge, because the module forge is getting an upgrade. And the module forge upgrade here is massive because they let you upgrade it at the same time when you preset your gear. Alright, where is it? Here. So when you craft your module here, instead of just the substats you're going for, you can also go to the gear that the rolling part. For example, this piece he's rolling. You can actually just keep rolling until the stats upgrade that you want. But the highest roll you can go for is only yellow. You cannot go until like penta red. So for this season calendar here, this one is actually a very good thing. Module forge and blessing gola at the same time, right? And then Nita Curry we have at the phase 2 as usual, which is also a good thing. And then they have a new event called Hyper Colosseum. No idea what is that. And also Miracle Wish Tree. I think this is like the Luna Tree event, the one that we can passively get reward. I think this is also very good. And then we have Apex targeted summon as well. So you can target summon which LD unit that you want to pick, and then you can just keep on summon it. And then when you summon the LD unit, then this summon pool will go. Basically a LD selector pool for you to go for. Okay, then the rest of the calendar here, you can just take a look by yourself, and the rest here pretty much that's it. Just some small quality of life, for example, like multi-battle 15 times. The union system is getting better. You're able to apply tax down, all this thing. But the biggest concern for me in this patch is actually how this system actually gonna work. If I'm able to use gem or use like pay to win function to get more resources, and if I have more resources, it means that I can roll more component, and this component can help me boost up my stats massively, then I don't think it's really a good thing, right? Because it also affects your speed, it affects your boss damage as well. So what do you guys think about this thing? Like, what do you guys, I want to hear your comments about like this new imprint system and also the factory system. I'm okay with it as long as it is not pay to win. Like if you are not able to use gem, you're not able to use like any kind of pay method to actually fast forward the enhanced duration and also the resources method to obtain, then I think it's okay. That means everyone is getting at the same starting point, right? But in the end, it's still a little bit RNG because you still need to upgrade the component in order to get the stats. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.